Hey friends, I'm Eric and I'm all about sharing my experiences to help you guys. So say you want to get started with this whole investing thing. Most of you are probably teenagers and are just getting into this. And by now you've probably seen hundreds of different articles and videos saying if you had invested in Netflix or Amazon or Bitcoin or whatever else 5 to 10 years ago, you'd have millions of dollars now. But how do you even start with all of this? In just 5 steps, I'm going to show you how you can get started today. So let's get into it. So first, let's talk about how you can save up enough money to start your investment portfolio. All you need to begin with is $100. It's possible to start with a smaller amount, but I personally recommend $100 as a great starting point. I would also consider the money that's sitting in a savings account if you have one. If it's sitting in a savings account, then it's probably only gaining 1 to 2% of interest every single year. Meanwhile, if you invest that money, you could potentially make up to 5 to 10% of a return rate every single year. Right now, let's look at this graph right here. Here we look at the difference between starting investing at 13 years old compared to 23 years old. By age 70, you'll have almost $800,000 if you started investing at 13 compared to only $400,000 if you started at 23. That means you could double your money by just starting 10 years earlier. If you have a job as well or another source of income so you can invest even more, that's great. After you have $100 ready to invest, what you're going to want to do is to start to keep track of your purchases as well as talk to a parent or guardian about opening up an account with a brokerage. If you're under 18 years old, it'll most likely have to be a custodial account. A custodial account is an account that an adult manages for a minor or person that is under the age of 18 or 21 depending on where you live. This could be a parent, your guardian, or another responsible adult or family member like a grandparent, uncle, or aunt. Some brokerages I would recommend are Fidelity and TD Ameritrade to start with. They're very beginner friendly, but do your own research and talk with a parent or guardian about what would be best for you. At this point, if you have an account open with a brokerage, then you should fund the account with the money mentioned before. Now that there's money in the account, you can begin to invest with the help of the adult who is acting as the custodian for your account. If you're looking for a low-risk investment where you're unlikely to lose money but slowly gain money, I recommend investing into an index fund or an ETF. These are funds that are built up of multiple different companies and tend to be lower risk. If you're looking to focus on a specific industry or business, maybe invest in individual stocks, but be careful of putting all of your eggs into one basket. For a good rule of thumb, don't invest more than 10% of your portfolio into any individual stock to reduce risk. It is true that investing can be risky, but it becomes a lot less risky if you understand what that risk is going to be. The good news is that no matter what happens, you have time on your side. It's not like we are retired or that we're looking to retire soon. Either way, it's completely up to you and the options are limitless. But if you aren't quite ready to invest or the responsible adult isn't either, I'd suggest to keep on learning. I've made use of Investopedia's simulator feature to simulate real-life trades, and it's even better if you do so with some friends. But if you started to invest in some basic companies and index funds, just start to do some more research about companies you think would be profitable, that are good investments, or that you're just interested in. Now that you understand the basics of how to start investing, you can dive even more into the world of it. If you want a more in-depth tutorial of what ETFs I personally recommend to invest in or how to make more income weekly, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments. Good luck investing, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next video.